you say, dog? What do you say? Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. There's a chance of rain today. It's a slim one, but it's the slimmest one we've had in 3 weeks. I'd say fingers crossed, but I don't believe in luck. So, Lord, if it happens, amen. If not, it wasn't your will today, but we sure love it if it is. Holy cow. It's smoldering. I knew I smelled it. If you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. This was a 5-acre pasture that probably had 5,000 trees in it. And they were all set in that pile. And we're gonna put a pond out there one of these days. But first, we need the Kentucky 4-board fence. We're gonna do it proper. These posts are 8 feet apart. We've got 16-inch grade A deck boards, and those better be sturdy enough or I will switch to 2x6s, but we'll see. Those were affordable enough to try them, and the difference in a 2x6 and a grade A deck board isn't much, so we're gonna see. Like price wise, there's a big difference in strength but not much in price. Today we're gonna put these horizontals on here, and they will actually overlap. That way every post only has 2 seams on it, I guess is the best word, and then your face board will cover the seam and make it that much stronger. So that's what we're gonna do. Man, that is really trying to get going over there. Good. Burn, baby, burn. I tried to explain this yesterday, but this is let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is a 24-foot gap right now, and that hole was almost impossible to dig. That one was impossible to dig. There was a stump actually right there that ruined my auger bit. But what I'm gonna do is come off of this post about 10 feet, which should be right in here somewhere. The stump still may be too close. You know what? I'm gonna come off of this one 10 feet because I know that stump is big enough that there's no way 2 feet gets me enough clearance. So what I'll do is pop a hole right there, and then we'll have a 10-foot gate right here. So I think, is that right? I'm undecided, okay? But we're gonna figure something out. But one thing's for sure that I'm definitely decided about. We're not gonna get through that stump, that's for sure. Stump grinder or not, that ain't happening. And it's at that awkward stage of the year where if you mow your yard, oh look, hang on. If you mow your yard, you potentially, with all this heat that we've got, we're under a heat dome, which means we've got a system of clouds apparently that trap the heat and make it even worse. Basically, we're living in a microwave. But if you mow it, you could potentially cause it to burn, and then it's gonna look brown. So you kind of just have to deal with a little bit longer grass for a little bit. That's just how it is. Which, there's worse problems in life. There's worse problems. What are y'all doing? There we go. MJ, you gotta come here. I ain't coming to you. Come on. He doesn't have hay, but he's got a lot of grass. with as dry as it is, we finally had to get some hay in those pastures back there, because we essentially, when we dozed that over there, we lost 5 acres of vegetation. Was it a 5-acre fescue pasture? No. But it was vegetation. It did grow, and yeah, it's all right. So boy in here is getting pretty big on his own though. That's for sure. Getting pretty big. But actually, I think they're all over there chowing down on some hay. Yep. Going to start alternating cubes every other day for the cows, because they've got plenty. And like, you gotta think of it like this, like, have you ever switched your dog's food like in the middle of the week, just randomly? I mean, I do it. Some people say you shouldn't, but when you throw a bale of hay in there and they've been on cubes and weeds basically, and then you throw a bale of hay in there, it messes with their tummies. So if we were to give them cubes today, it would probably, you know, mess with them a little bit. I'm walking today, man. Hey, P.S. I showed off my outfit yesterday, and a lot of you guys were actually asking about my shoes. I started wearing these Skechers when, and it wasn't a sad time, because she lived a very, very long time. I believe Grandma was 94, but my grandma on my dad's side wore Skechers a lot towards the end of her life. And when she passed, I was like, maybe there's something to that. Of all the things she taught me, and she would think that was funny. She taught me a little Spanish too, that's where that comes from. Ordered myself a pair of Skechers, actually wore a pair to her celebration of life, and then I started wearing it. And I've had a pair now for the last 10 years. And I finally ordered my brothers and my dad a pair, all in camo, for Christmas this year. And I even got married in a pair of these things. I married Ray wearing these, not these shoes. She wouldn't let me wear camo. But I married Ray in these shoes and have no regrets. I wear them all the time. I think they're awesome. I'll link them down below, like 45 bucks. What other shoes can you find for $45? Got a big foam pad, memory foam pad on the bottom of them. Babies! Looks like Sky stayed out of the splash zone today. That's good. How's the hay? Everybody feeling better? Feeling better? Eating good? Annie! Beautiful. Hi, buddy. Do you want scratches? Do you want scratches? You've been getting some hay too. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Does that feel good? Does that feel good? He comes right up to me. Always has. Always has. You knocked your ear tag out though. I wish that would have stayed in, but there's only one blue. If you look like the neighbor's cows, I might be a little more worried. Allie. Princess. How's being a big sister treating you? Hmm? What you say, bub? What do you say? Too funny. Phineas! Tipsy. Junebug. Doing all right? Doing all right? Glory. Lily. How's it going? There's no cubes today, guys. I know you've been getting them consistent like every day, but we have hay. We don't need cubes. We don't. Not today. I know this guy back here may seem sad, but he's all right. Yesterday we had a little incident that we couldn't avoid. He actually went after the new calf, and it's not the first time he's gone after a calf. Some donkeys can handle calves and new things in their pasture, and some can't. Well, he must be one that cannot. He's just gonna stay in there until somebody expresses that they would want him. No, he's not going to Grandma and Grandpa's. Think about that. I have a calf harassing donkey, and you want me to send him to a place with dogs and goats? No. Kyle and Shannon? No. Okay, come on now. So he's gonna live in there until we can find a good place for him. He's in the 8 acres. The cows are in the 20 acres. But since they've got hay, they're not really missing out on anything. And when Badonk goes to his new home, wherever that may be, we'll open up that 8 acres back for the cows, and there'll probably be a lot of vegetation in there because there's no way the donkey can keep it down by himself. Got the bird herd doing all right. We're getting about 5 a day, which means 8 of them are still not laying, or I guess 7 of them, because 13 makes the rooster. Oh, I took down the loblolly pine, man. She was just not taken. So I threw a Leland cypress in there, and it should do pretty well by itself. They say what you want to do with the Leland cypress, you don't want to plant it near other Leland cypress because they are prone to disease. And of course, if one of them gets sick, they're all getting sick. But thank you, Sheriff. I was just talking to my buddy Brad at Piney Grove. I'm not a big tripod guy, so you're probably not going to see me put these boards up. I am going to put these boards up and see how strong and sturdy they are and what they feel like. If I don't like them, I'm heading straight to Lowe's for some 2x6s, and we'll use those deck boards, those grade A deck boards, somewhere else. Check it out. How's it look? Whew. It's a toasty one. So I've had about 2 hours to recover from working this morning, but this is what she's gonna look like. And Ray approved. We decided immediately to go with the 2x6s. And the deck boards, the 1x6, they're not 1x6. They're probably like, no, I think they're 1 by like 5 3/4. But we decided to go ahead and use these 2x12s. A lot stronger. I mean, here's how strong they are. Ready for this? Yep. So now, in a pinch, I can scale the fence if I need to. If I'm running from an alpaca or a llama named Richard, whatever Ray puts in here, an emu, who knows, I can run if I need to, hop over the fence. But these are the face boards that everybody talks about. Now the face boards, I went ahead and used 1x. That's plenty, okay? I didn't feel like we needed existing. Now, these traditionally are only as tall and as whatever. Now, if you have a Kentucky 4-board fence in your property, send me a picture. But everything I read, this is supposed to be right here. And then you angle your post. Hopefully it's not too windy, guys, sorry. Then you angle your post to where water runs off, which is the same thing I did back there. But I think this is what it's gonna look like. This is gonna be what I'm gonna carry on for the next 40 some posts. So let me know. I cut them a little bit long. See right there? I cut them at 48 inches. The fence is 52 inches high, so if I need to, I can raise that up. But let me know what you think. I haven't messed with the gate yet, but if you've ever built a fence, gates are always last, always. Because what I can do with this huge gap right here, which is currently 24 feet, let's say I can't get a good hole for a gate post. Like, you want a gate post to really be in the ground. You want it to be holding that gate and be very strong. If I can't get a good one, what I can do, let's say I can't find a good 8-foot spot here and a good 8-foot spot there, giving me 12. I could put one 4 feet right here and 4 feet off of that post, and then I can have my 12-foot gate in the middle. Does that make sense? And then what I would wind up with is a symmetrical 4-foot area right here and 4-foot area right there. And I could put a cattle panel right here and make it a trellis, and we could plant something that climbed. And you'd have that on either side of the gate. But that's why you do it last. We don't care what happens right here. We just know we want a gate. We don't care which side it's on. But you guys know me. I'm not gonna move a tripod 37 times. My boy Brad down at Piney Grove, he's putting in a driveway right now, and I bet he moves his tripod more than he moves his body. That's not possible, they'd be the same. But I bet he moves that tripod 37 times in a video that's 30 minutes long. I don't have it in me. I don't even own a tripod. How's that? So I'm gonna put up the rest of these. Ray just took Carter to get school clothes. The other boys are inside playing. So I've got the afternoon. There's a nice breeze. I'm not hurting. I'm not too bad. But I got the afternoon to finish this, and then we'll be able to see what it looks like. And I'm excited. So get a good look. It's about to change. All right. Got all the material in the trailer. You know how I roll. Let's get started. And yes, I'm going to use the tractor to take all this over there. I was trying to see how long I could stand here before you wondered where I was. Good thing you wore black.
You're wearing black too.
That's true. Woo! How's it look? It better look good because this is how it's gonna look. I sent my help inside. Told him to go take a shower. He was stinky. So it's only been like 45 minutes, despite how I look. It's only been like 45 minutes, but man, I think we knocked it out of the park. I think it looks amazing. So I still need to put faceboards on it, and then we'll trim our posts accordingly. We'll leave a little bit at the top for the pretty factor. But look at it. Just look at it. It's gonna be awesome. I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faceboards. I mean, there'll be a 6th one there and a 7th one there. But I don't want to cover that up yet because I may have those decorative pieces I was talking about right there. How's it look? Let's go see how it looks from the other side. Hang on. You should not be running in this heat. Whew, there you go. Look at how straight that fence is, folks. That's a straight fence now. That's a straight fence. And the guy that built this one should really take a look at the backyard. Laughing. This is what the cows will see. Hang on, let me get under a shade, in the shade. I don't even know if you guys can hear this. It's so stinking windy. Whew. There you go. Just look at it. How pretty is that? Imagine Christmas lights on there. Imagine it. It's going to run right through here the whole way. It's going to look like this. Down there is where I'm going to take that gate I pulled out of the ground. And I'm gonna make a loading area down there. This tree's coming out. That tree, we'll see where the fence lands, but I bet that tree comes out too, which is fine. That just means we get to plant something that's safer and prettier because none of these trees have the root balls to support themselves in a good wind. So that's why every single one of them near the house has got to come out. But anyway, doesn't that look awesome? Pat yourselves on the back. How cool is that? I've pushed it today. I can hear myself slurring. I definitely need water. I definitely need a shower. So I'm gonna call it here today and head on in. Man, that looks good. I'm so proud of you guys, man, for coaching us through our decisions. This place would still look like a forest if we hadn't listened to you. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate it. So these are 8 feet apart, right? That wound up being about 10 feet. So unfortunately I wasted, a board there, but I'll make that real pretty and decorative. You won't even be able to see the transition. Might even put that crepe myrtle like right there. Just hide that transition. So, but this is what I wanted to do because a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago when the dozer man left, couple weeks, I'm slurring my words, I was going to spread this out and clean it up and do all that. Well, now I've got a defined line and it'll be so much easier. I'm literally just going to spread this dirt right here. We're going to have a nice patch of green stuff, plant some flowers right here. But man, huge shout out to Case. We did, instead of 8 inches, we went 52 inches high, and then I had an 8-inch cheater board. Where's my cheater? So between each one of these is 8 inches. Okay, 8 inches, 8 inches, and roughly 8 inches. You want your bottom one to be a little bit lower, but if you're doing 52, cut your cheater board at 8 inches. That's all you got to know. Okay, pretty simple. I'm literally, remember where I put that, I'm gonna need it. Literally a little bit, it's hot. The heat dome, man, she's a pumping. I might just leave the trailer on the truck and lower the garage right on the tail. Tonight, I don't think I'm gonna pull her in. I better pull her in a little bit, she'll hit the tailgate, but wait, there's a fan, hang on. Can't even see me, why don't you guys say something? There we go. Okay. I haven't gotten preachy teachy on you guys in a while, and I probably shouldn't while I'm exhausted. But just remember, you don't have to be perfect. If you're expected to be perfect for somebody on this earth, now Christ walks among us, so he's on this earth, but he doesn't expect us to be perfect, okay? God knows we can't be perfect. So don't be perfect for anyone else. Don't do that to yourself. We're not perfect. That's how we understand grace and mercy. Okay. With that said, we've got some cool shirts down below. We got the Tipsy's Lawn Service. We got the Project 1013, which I love. That's my favorite shirt. We got the Eternally Fire Resistant shirt. All of them. All linked down below, man. All right. The dogs hear me and they're barking. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys. God bless. Peace.